In 1943, a city appeared overnight, but no one lived there. Streets stretched neatly in rows, cars sat quietly in driveways, and faint lights glowed from the windows. But not a single soul called it home. From the sky, it looked alive. In reality, it was nothing more than plywood, paint, and electric bulbs, built for one extraordinary reason: to fool Adolf Hitler. It was the height of World War II. The United States was producing weapons faster than ever, and the Boeing plant in Seattle was one of its most vital lifelines. From here, the B-17 Flying Fortress bombers took shape. Machines that would carry the war effort across oceans and into enemy skies. But there was a deadly problem. The factory was visible from the air, vulnerable to attack. A single bombing run could cripple America's ability to fight. U.S. intelligence believed enemy reconnaissance was already mapping America's west coast. Japanese submarines had shelled California, German U-boats had reached the Atlantic shores, and Seattle, home to Boeing, was next on the list. The government had to act fast. But how do you hide a factory the size of a small city? The answer came from an unexpected place: Hollywood. The U.S. Army hired John Stuart Detley, a film set designer from Paramount Pictures, to do something no one had ever done before: build a fake city over a real one. Detley wasn't a soldier, but he understood illusion better than anyone. If he could fool moviegoers, he could fool enemy pilots. Construction began in secret. Detley's team built an entire suburban neighborhood out of lightweight materials: chicken wire, canvas, and plywood. Houses had painted windows. Streets were outlined with white lines and fake intersections. Even trees were sculpted from wire and paper mache. From above, it looked like any peaceful American suburb, a quiet neighborhood untouched by war. But Detley didn't stop there. He made the illusion move. When reconnaissance flights were expected, workers dressed as farmers, gardeners, and homeowners strolling between the false houses. Electricians rigged lights to flicker at night, imitating the rhythm of normal life. Beneath this fake town, invisible to the sky, the real Boeing factory thundered on, assembling bombers that would soon darken the skies over Nazi Germany. When enemy aircraft finally passed overhead, their cameras captured what looked like a quiet suburb. No smoke, no runways, no hangars. The disguise was perfect. The Boeing factory was never attacked, not once. Thousands of bombers were built safely, turning the tide of war. All thanks to a city that never truly existed. When the war ended, the fake city was quietly dismantled. The plywood homes were torn down. The camouflage nets rolled away. And John Stuart Detley returned to his work in film and architecture, his secret masterpiece fading into history. Few knew that his imagination had once shielded a nation's most vital lifeline. It's a story that reminds us, sometimes wars aren't won only with weapons, but with creativity, courage, and the art of illusion. The story of John Stuart Detley shows that in humanity's darkest moments, imagination can save lives. A fake city built from canvas and dreams became a shield that protected thousands. Because sometimes, the most powerful defense isn't armor, it's art. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more real-life tales that shaped history. True stories, timeless lessons, only here on Echoes of the Past.